Hi there, this is Marissa, and today I am going to show you how I make a layout using Pixel Scrapper and Photoshop, and I am going to actually be scrap lifting this layout here. So I have this layout that I'm scrap lifting open in my Photoshop document, which you'll see in a minute, just to help me kind of match what I'm doing. And now I'm just getting first a white paper, which I'm downloading, and you can see there I've got the layout that I'm copying there, and now I'm here on Google Photos, and I'm just going to look for a photo here to use. This is the method that I use to sort all my photos. I use Google Photos, so it's pretty easy to find a photo when I'm looking for one. And now I'm just resizing the photo to match the space here. You can see there I've got the layout open in my Photoshop document. And so I've added a drop shadow there, and now I'm just going to search for the different pieces that are in the layouts. So they're in the layout that I'm copying. So I want some fun watercolor slots, and so I am going to look through this kit here, which has some fun ones that are already colored, so I don't need to color them myself. And so here I'm actually just looking through the kit on Pixel Scrapper and just downloading the ones that I think I want to use. I often prefer to download just the graphics I want rather than to download the kit, which takes, kit downloads can take a while on a slow internet if you have slow internet like me, and I usually only need a couple things to create a layout, and I don't like to spend time organizing my stuff. I would rather make stuff, so this way I can focus on what I want to do and not spend a lot of time messing around with, where is that file? What's that file? I just look for them on Pixel Scrapper. So let's see here. What am I doing? Oh, I'm just saving my document. Always important. And so now I'm just referencing here. This again is the layout that I'm copying, and I am probably going to go close those tabs there. And now I'm going to look for some flares. So for this kit, you can see for this layout, I'm not using a particular kit. I am literally just typing in the name of the element that I want, and then just downloading ones that I like the look of. For this one, I knew I had those watercolor brushes in those colors, and so I will base the rest of my layout around those bright colors. So that's what I'm looking here at through these flares. I'm just looking for something bright and fun, and I'll download a couple options. And often while I'm looking, like I saw that foil rainbow there, so I'll download that to use later. So I'm always open to finding new things. So now I've got these flares here that I've downloaded, and I'm going to have to choose a couple of them, and I'm going to position them over the ones that are in the example layout that I'm copying. And there's that rainbow that I randomly found. So I'm just going to look for somewhere to put that. All right, and over there I do have my styles panel open where I have my shadows saved. So you'll see I don't ever spend any time doing shadows. I just add in that one I've saved. And I'm going to search for paper now, so I just typed in bright paper, and I made some layers there with just some little rectangles using the shape tool. And now I am looking for bright papers to clip to those layers that I just created there. And so I'm just searching for some fun bright papers. And then sometimes I'll find a kit, that has the colors I'm going for, so then I'll kind of look through that kit too as we go. So now I'm going to drag in, there I've dragged in my paper, and I've just right-clicked on it to say add clipping mask. And now I'm just resizing it so that it can fit over my, over those little rectangle shapes that I made. And then, you know, kind of tweak in where stuff is. And now I think I know, oh, I'm looking for a stitch frame. So there's a stitched frame in the example. So I'm kind of looking through the options here. And I'm going to download these and see how they work. And I'm going with this one. Just kind of repositioning it, resizing it so it fits my, I'm going to try this one, but I don't think I end up using it. I think I end up duplicating this one arrow one, kind of rotating it around, and I've put that one behind the photo, so one of the frames is on top and one is behind, so that gives me kind of a fun layered effect there. All right, so now I am just continuing to check the layout that I'm copying to get some ideas of what to look for next. So now I'm going to look for some sequins to add in. So again, what I am doing here is right-clicking on the images that are interesting to me, and then I can see them bigger and decide if I want to download them and use them in my layout. So I really love using sequins and scatters in my layouts. They're one of my favorite elements to use. And so you can see there I closed a couple of those tabs without downloading them because I didn't end up liking how they looked when I saw them bigger. And I will still end up downloading more than I need, but I like to have a few options. And while I was browsing, I saw that piece of trim, so I downloaded that, and now I want specifically some black sequins. So I am taking a look at these options here, and soon I will have way more sequins that I can use on this layout. And so then I will just have to decide which ones I'm interested in using here. I think actually I will end up using only one of these. I think I will use this one here that I've brought in, these white and silver ones. And I'll try a few others, but I'll just end up duplicating this one sequin element on the top and then down below. It's repeating elements like this is it can be a nice idea, kind of makes your layout more cohesive and kind of brings, the repetition brings your eye to around the layout. So here, because I have my vertical design, I can kind of just, you know, your eye travels down that way. And so I have all that nice white space on the edges. So now with this piece of trim here, I am going to use my lasso tool to cut part of it off because I only want a small piece. So I've deleted the part I don't want, and I'm just going to kind of rotate it a bit so it matches up. And now I am searching on Pixel Scrapper for a staple. We have lots of staple options, certainly, so just going to make this a little smaller because it's a kind of a big staple, and then rotate it around so it fits on my piece of trim there. So now I am looking at my original layout there, and there are some fun stamps in the background. So I'm going to take a look on Pixel Scrapper for some stamps. And I will, of course, choose these nice floral stamps because if floral is an option, I will probably always choose it. So I will download a few of these and then add them into my layout on the background. And I will also, once I've got this stamp positioned here, I will double click on it to open the layers panel. and then kind of tweak the blending modes that are on the first page here. You'll see I'm going to do it now. Here I double click, and then I'm going to adjust these bars here for the blending, and you can see there that it makes it look almost like a real stamp there because it kind of blends in with my background paper. And I think shortly I will add in another stamp. All right, so now I am adding in these heart stamps and kind of just rotating them around so they fit here in my empty space here in this vertical line that I'm creating in the middle of my spread. And I found this fun little heart, or sorry, star flare when I was searching around, so I'm adding that in a few places. And now we're coming, oh no, first I'm going to add in some labels. So I've just typed in label here, and I will do some searching here on Pixel Scrapper, but eventually I will end up filtering the search down to ones that just I have made, because what I'm looking for is specifically a label with words on it, and I know that I have made a lot of those, so here I'm filtering it down to just ones that I've created. I know I've made a lot of these labels, so now I'm searching through and just downloading the ones that catch my eye. It's a little more time consuming because I'm looking both for colors that I like as well as you know, a phrase that suits my photo. I'm not too picky about the phrase, but it does need to, you know, can't be like Christmas related. This isn't a Christmas spread. So I will end up finding a few, especially here in this Mexico collection here. There's some fun ones to add into my layout here, which is fitting because my daughter is Mexican. So she can use these Mexican labels here without feeling silly. So once I have a few options, again, I probably won't use all of these, but I like to have a few options when I'm messing around here in my layout. So I'm going to pick out one of these black labels here. It'll take me a little while to find the phrase that I want. I guess there are too many options, so it's kind of hard to pick one. But there we go. I've picked one out. And then I'm going to bring in some of these other labels too and just kind of arrange them here, one on top of the other, resize it. Never be afraid to, you know, make things smaller. A lot of times, you know, the element will be created larger just because it's easier to size down than it is to size. Tweaking, moving things around, and just getting that final look. I'm duplicating these hearts here again to just kind of create that, help create that vertical movement down the page. And then, you know, just kind of, you know, tweaking something here, tweaking something there. Here I'm actually using an adjustment layer. This is the curves. I've added a curves layer here, which I have clipped to my photo just to kind of brighten that photo up a little bit. And then I am just kind of considering what else I need to add in here. What am I searching for now? Okay, I want a little more word art. I think I'm going to look for something, yeah, black that I can use in the background, like a stamp maybe. Although that one's a sticker, so I won't be doing that. All right, yeah, there are so many options on Pixel Scrapper that, you know, trying to download everything is really a waste of your time and a waste of your hard drive space. It's much nicer to just come in like this and search for what you need when you need it, and then, you know, all these files I've downloaded I will delete. I won't save them. I will, you know, look again next time I'm making a layout for something new. So I don't save. I save, you know, my own personal files from when I'm designing, but I don't save kits and things from Pixel Scrapper. I just search for stuff when I need it. And it's definitely a big time saver and allows me to really do what I want to do, which is make layouts rather than, you know, organizing all my stuff all the time. So I've added in these couple word arts here, and this layout I think is just about done. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions about what I have done here, please leave them below in the comments. Thanks so much.